Welcome to the Boulder Ridge Villas at Disney's Wilderness Lodge, a Disney Vacation Club resort. And this is exciting because these are brand new. We are among the very first people to ever stay in these remodeled rooms. This one was probably one that was a long time coming, despite Wilderness Lodge being one of my favorite Disney hotels on earth, top 5 for sure. Despite that, the Boulder Ridge rooms in particular were really old, kind of dark and dingy, and really didn't live up to the rest of this hotel. And so this was one where, even though I'm not the biggest fan of modern Disney hotel design, this was one where I was like, they can't possibly do worse. And let's see how they did. So this is a 1-bedroom. This is the 1-bedroom. So upon entry, you have my least favorite part. Let's get my least favorite part of the room out of the way. This mirror unit, which doesn't really fit the theme or the style. It's very modern, very IKEA-ish. I don't know. I don't care for it, but functionality offers it. There is a big old closet upon entry. You have these 2 sliding doors and lots of room for storage. So you have a big shelf up here, a rack, and then all this space and tons of room to hang stuff up if you so desire. Climate control is going to be out here by the entry. I'm going to fix my camera real quick. There we go. And then we have this decorative piece here, which reminds me a little bit of the old sconces in the main building that they removed when they did Copper Creek. That being said, if you watched our Copper Creek room tour, I actually was a fan of those. I think they did a good job. And these, I think I'm going to feel similarly based on the entry. So I might close the curtains for better lighting. That's really killing the colors in here, because the room I'm seeing is a little more vibrant than what I feel like I'm seeing on the phone screen. Yeah, it's a little better. Sure. Okay. So you're going to see a lot of the hallmarks of the newer rooms, but that being said, I think the feeling I get is that they've learned a lot through the last 5 or so years of room remodels, and they're starting to really figure out the proper balance between modern aesthetic functionality and the theme of the hotel you're actually in. And so immediately when I enter this room, I think Wilderness Lodge, but it obviously is a very modern room. But it balances it well. It feels right. But let's see what we've got going on here. So the curtain to the patio over here, we have Mickey, we got Camper Mickey. We got Pluto with a bunch of birds on him. I assume the joke is that Pluto, they're looking for birds and Pluto can't find them, but they're all on his back. That's probably the joke. I think that's actually from a short, the quail and the baby quail. I think that's a thing. I'll have to look that up. But there's all sorts of animals here. I don't know, is the raccoon supposed to be Miko? That's not a raccoon, that's a fox, probably. Fox, squirrel, bird. Yeah, very cute. Very cute. And you're gonna see a lot of camping Mickey throughout this entire room. You're gonna see a lot of that. We have a carpet with, again, a pattern that's very reminiscent of many other places around Wilderness Lodge. And I really like the variation in color throughout the room. We got the big splash of yellow over there. I love these vases. I think they add a lot. The color palettes, a little different from everything else in the room. I think it helps bring the room to life a bit, as do the pillows. I'm a big fan of these pillows. And of course they have the hidden Mickeys, which I think these are very reminiscent of the hidden Mickeys in a lot of the stuff at Animal Kingdom Lodge, I believe. So the art up here has a lot going on. So you have Mickey and Pluto and they're camping. And then more eagle-eyed Disney fans that maybe are fans of a Goofy movie will notice Goofy doing the perfect cast, quote unquote, in the background. Fun reference. Yeah, these hidden Mickey, two very different versions of the hidden Mickey vase. I like that they're different. I also love this. I love this lamp. This is great. I love lamp. Thematic, useful, great. So we have 2 USB and 2 standard outlets on this side. I believe it's going to be the same on the other side with the room phone on this, hanging out on this side, yeah, you have the same. And I love that we're going to keep doing these. These units are great. So this one kind of looks like a big trunk. It's got handles on it. It's in what I would call the Wilderness Lodge colors, the red and the deep red and the dark green. What's great about this is not only, it's hard to do in one hand, not only is it storage space, so there's additional bedding in here, probably the bedding meant for this bed behind me. There's some storage space, but also if you flip this around, this is a great workstation. So you could sit on the couch and to work, you could eat, multifunction, it's great. And now we've noticed they've started putting in the DVC rooms, it's hard to close with one hand. There we go. They've started putting the 100 Years of Wonder, the story of 100 Years of Wonder book for you to peruse. They do remind you not to take it though. This is the DVC room version that sort of entices you maybe to buy the book. It's available in the gift shop, as they'll let you know. So over here we have a nice little dining area, which will seat about 4 people. That's really what you're supposed to have in this room, even though it's very spacious. 4 is kind of what you're supposed to have. And we've got this great art over here. So we have one Whispering Canyon. Of course, Whispering Canyon is the restaurant in the main building, in the lobby. And we have Donald. Looks like I think he's on a horse. Almost the ear. No, those are long ears. He's on a mule. So there's the Whispering Canyon. If we go down here, we've got Discover Lake Elias by way of Copper Creek. Of course, Copper Creek is the cabins and the other DVC units here at Wilderness Lodge. Lake Elias being a reference to Walt Disney's father's name and his middle name as well. Mickey and Minnie they're making s'mores, making hot schmoes. And then we go to, I'm in a mood. We go to Big Basin National Park, where we're going to see Goofy and this camper. Of course, there is a very famous old short where this camper almost goes off the side of the cliff. I forget if Donald and Mickey camping with Goofy, and Goofy's driving, and they're in the camper getting thrown around. It's been a long time since I've seen that short, but obviously this camper triggered some core memories for me, regardless. And then Brownstone National Park, which has a ranger station, and Humphrey the Bear. Let me move so you can see Humphrey a little better. Love Humphrey. Humphrey, kind of the official mascot of Wilderness Lodge. My dream is that someone at Disney will realize how much people love Humphrey and make more Humphrey merchandise specifically for Wilderness Lodge. I need a plush. I need a plush with just sewn on the foot. You could have the Wilderness Lodge logo. But I have, for years I've been walking in that store hoping one day it'll just magically be there. And I'm holding out hope that one day someone at Disney will realize how much people love Humphrey. You can get him on a couple items though. I think he's on the picture frame still, and they still sell like the statue version of that totem pole that's outside of the store here at Wilderness Lodge. So there are Humphrey items. There are just not, there's just no Humphrey plush. He's on pins too, definitely on some Wilderness Lodge pins, and even on some of his own. But we need a plush. So you have some storage space here. There are 3 open shelves and then 3 drawers for your use here. We have our guide to the magic book is here. The reminder to not give your information to strangers, which they needed to start doing. Nice big TV here. We got some cubbies going into the kitchen area. There are 2 stools here if someone wants to sit and dine here. I think you can have more than 4 people in this room, right? I forget what the 1 bedroom supposedly sleeps, but the fact that you have 2 bar stools and then 4 kitchen seats you can have company over, I guess. But there are not a lot of beds in this room though, so I do believe the 4 is accurate. Sink. We have our dishwasher, which I think is old. I think these are kept over. I think they got switched over in a soft goods refurb a couple years ago, and so they decided we didn't really need to replace those. New current unit, this one is both pod and pot, and they offer both pod and pot coffees. You see the 50th one still lingering around. I'm going to take those home, and they're going to be locked in a storage bin till the end of time to remember the 50th. Of course, up in these cabinets, and people think I'm lying. That's the best part. All your supplies you may need, plates, serveware, all that fun stuff, like most DVC resorts. Mugs, cups, glasses. Nothing up here. Don't open that. That's, I think, the electrical for the microwave. We've got the Kenmore microwave. I think up here. Oh, you actually, this one's real storage. Gee, those slam hard. What's funny is these have like the anti-slam thing, and these most definitely do not. Wow. Okay. There is a Kenmore stovetop and oven, and a Kenmore fridge, and I made a fun discovery earlier, which was they didn't really understand the spacing. That's how much I could open the fridge door. Otherwise, the fridge moves out. There, now I've got it. But see, the problem now is it doesn't close. So they didn't realize there's probably not the right amount of space here, or maybe the fridge has to come out more, but the fridge, I mean, there's not a lot of clearance there. A small mistake was made. There is a toaster, there is an ice bucket, a cutting board, cleaning supplies. You're mostly looking at my shoe right now. It's a great inventory. Silverware. Everything you would expect. I don't know what's under the sink. Garbage. Yeah. Trash and recycle under there. Okay. I think we've conquered the living room for the most part. Let's go look at our patio real quick. We do have, I mean, I know most people would want to look out the other way. I get that, but I like the view we have been provided. That's locked, right? Nope, still locked. What am I missing? This one. I missed fighting doors at hotel rooms. Really missed it. So we have a view of the pretty much the main entrance of Boulder Ridge. There's the main building over there, but this is that main walkway you go through to the, it's a quote unquote lobby of this building. There's no desk, but Sturdy Branches, the fitness center, is here, and some other facilities. And things are set up a little different here, mostly because this was one of the first DVCs and one of the first DVC additions to an existing hotel. It's an old one. Good sized patio, 2 chairs, and a little table out here. But I mean, what a place to sit. You got the music, which this soundtrack, man, one of the best background loops of any resort. I love it. A lot of it carries over to Frontierland in Paris too. But just so pleasant. I'd love to just sit here and enjoy a drink and watch the sunset. It's perfect. Perfect. Love this hotel. So I cannot, if you've never stayed at Wilderness Lodge, I cannot recommend it enough. This and Animal Kingdom Lodge in Riverside, my 3 favorites at Disney World. Okay, with that conquered, let's open the bed now while we're here. While we're in this room, I'll come back and do it. The last room tour I did at Riverside, I forgot. Oh, this is hard to move with just your leg. I almost fell over it. Okay, let's pull this sucker down. We move the pillows to here, because that's going to be out of the way. That's going to remain after I pull this down. You see the sofa's going to fold. Don't worry, they've gotten real good at these. So look, it kind of locks at this point. So no one's going to get this dropped on them, which is nice. No one's going to get hurt. All right, so it's open. There's our bed. And of course, there's some hidden cute Disney art, because that's the gimmick. So we have Mickey and Pluto, and they've had beans. And it makes sense to why they're eating outside then, or sleeping outside, because they ate beans. Can't go in the tent. It's not going to be safe, guys. want to see if there's any details on this map. You can't really make them out. Although, is that the Wilderness Lodge logo? Oh, I'm going to try to get on this bed and find out. Oh, it definitely says things. It's real hard to read. It's like blurred. I would love to know if you're the artist that did this. Tell me what it says. Please message me. I need to know. It might match the train. There's a train map in the other room we'll get to. So, older DVC, a lot of them have these angled spaces. And so there's this angled wall here, and it's going to go to the bedroom and also the bathroom and also this closet. I believe this is an original door. I for some reason, remember these cutouts with the leaves being a thing. And this is going to be the washer and dryer unit from GE are going to be in here. Some people may not be a fan of this because obviously, you know, a washer and dryer could be noisy and these have holes in the door. I haven't used one in a room with holes in the door, so I don't know what the noise difference might be. So here is the bathroom. Let's, okay, so there's, I don't know where, let's start on this side. We'll start on the side with the shower. Okay, so back in this corner though is the toilet room, and everyone, I know you've been waiting to find out if there is toilet art. Our favorite. We love when there's art in the toilet room. And there it is. I was asked if this is supposed to be Bambi's mother and father. I mean, not really. It's just deer silhouettes. It could be an homage to Bambi. I'm not sure. It doesn't appear to be, though. Which is weird because all of the other art in the room has some character reference, whether it be overt or subtle. So, yeah, there's a toilet in here, toilet paper, an angled wall, and more towels. They love to do this. They love to put more towels in the room that might be locked off from you, right? Like if someone has to go, they're going to lock themselves in here, and then you can't get a towel. But I don't know. If someone can see you come out naked of the shower, maybe you can see them on the toilet. I don't know where you are in your relationship, and I'm not one to judge. Just me thinking about design. I don't know anything. We have this, I love this little lamp up here. This is great. It's got some rope in between and two lights. The ladies were here earlier and we were complaining. They said it's too dark really to do your makeup in here, and no Disney bathrooms ever feel bright enough. So I'm going to make that note. It doesn't apply to me, but it may mean something to people out there. So I want to say it. We have a mirror with some rope-themed elements to it. We have a sink, vanity, some outlets there. No makeup mirror. There's no makeup mirror. Maybe it's on the other. That might be in the other side. And then we have the shower. I'm going to back up to show you. It's not too big, but it's not too small. I stood in it before. I think I had plenty of room. Big enough. Big enough is what I would say. And I love that it's not just plain tile. They did at least something to make it somewhat thematic. I appreciate that. Minimal effort, but effort was made to keep you in the theme of the hotel. And you have the mounted amenities. And yeah, that's our shower. All right. So this door goes off to the living room and kitchen. This door goes off into the bedroom and the bath space. So this is within the bedroom. So there is no separation in this bedroom between where people sleep and this tub and this vanity and this closet. These are all in one room. It's a very big walk-in closet, tons of space, handheld steamer. I hate the steamer. Please bring back the irons. We want irons. The steamer doesn't work. Extra pillow and blanket, space to hang stuff. The safe is here. 2 luggage racks, but tons and tons of floor space. But there are some, necessary things in here. The breakers, the fire extinguisher. Okay. We have another big ropey mirror here and 2 hanging lights that match the light in the other bathroom. And Look at this. One sink and all this counter space. Look at all this counter space. But that does allow us to have some drawers. So that's the trade-off, where you can have 2 sinks here, or you can have drawers. I'm more of a fan of the 2 sinks. My toiletries fit in one bag and sit up here. I don't really need, all that. I don't need drawers. I'm just going to end up forgetting stuff. What amuses me is they ordered this thing, and they don't even really put that many of these amenities out anymore. It's really just the body lotion. So all this space and just the body lotion. And in order to, I guess, make that seem fuller, you just sit the soap tray in it, and it's not so much an issue at that point. I see tissues. I see there's a couple little cubbies down there. It is, I will say, it's a little on the dim side on this side of the room. That being said, this light seems to be really illuminating the tub nicely. It's not the jacuzzi tub, I'm sorry to say. Yeah, that didn't happen. It did happen on the other end. It happened at Copper. It didn't happen here. The other thing about Copper, if I remember correctly, there was sort of like a stone glass panel that, I guess that wasn't Copper. Was that just the regular new rooms on the other side? Maybe it was both. They're all blending together, folks. Either way, somewhere at Wilderness Lodge, there is this setup, but there's a piece of glass that you can't see through, but light comes through. That's in this place, and instead this time they just sort of sealed it off from the rest with this art. But at least, it's very cute art. Mickey and Minnie rowing past a waterfall. Nothing wrong with that. More of the themed wall tile going on. Lots and lots of towels up here as well. The makeup mirror, as we deduced, the makeup mirror it's at this one. It's at this one, which is interesting. Whatever. Not going to get into a diatribe about placement of makeup mirrors. That's not why you're here. I'm going to close this door so we get a better look at this room. So here is our primary bedroom. Really our only bedroom in a 1-bedroom. That's why it's called, say it with me, kids, a 1-bedroom. We've got this nice long mirror with 2 birds up at the top. We have this cute little bench with a cubby down here. We've got more Disney character art, but this is one of the, again, thinking like, the adults might sleep in here. Let's not get too crazy with the character stuff in this room, maybe. So you've got this pretty art and just little silhouettes of Mickey and Minnie exploring the wilderness. Someone asked if this was Brother Bear. It's definitely not, because there's 3 bears and not 2. It's not. Brother Bear got left out. Brother Bear was supposed to have a lot of, get into this, open this can of worms. Reflections at Disney Lakeside Lodge, which got canceled, did have Bambi and Brother Bear and several Pocahontas. There was a lot of IP in that hotel, trademark of the Chapek era. I love the color palette in here, right? So it's got, the modern hotels, we often complain they're too white, right? But there's a lot of white in here, but they really went out of their way to offset that, right? They have a patterned carpet, the big bright red seat, this really colorful seat over there, a lot of wood grain. There's this big artsy, it's a busy pattern on the curtains, and as well, the wallpaper, while it's white, has all this patterning on it. There's enough going on in here to where it is clean and modern, but still has Disney character and still has theme for where we are. And I like that. I like that we're trying to, if we can't go fully immersive in theme in a hotel room, you guys got to, Disney designers got to meet us halfway. They got to meet us halfway and give us some character and theme, in a modern room. Can't just throw, all nothing but furniture, but, the order out of a catalog. So here's the dresser. Interesting choice to have these 4. Got these 4 smaller drawers and then 4 big drawers underneath. Up here, I think this is the first case of this at Disney World. I might be wrong. I know the Grand Californian had it. I think this is our first USB-C. Maybe it's not. Maybe we're still in the infancy of them putting USB-C outlets in the rooms. Either way, this is one of the first places to have it. So 1 standard, 1 USB-C, and 2 standard outlets, and you'll find the same on the other end of the dresser, and above that, the TV. We got this very cool drum table here. Thematic and interesting and fun. We've got this colorful, cute chair here. And we've got this great lamp in the corner, which I love because they thought maybe you'll sit here and read a book. So let's put a reading light on the lamp. How great is that? That switch just does the reading light. Look at that. Okay, so we got to talk about this curtain because there's some cool stuff on this curtain. So let's draw it closed and let's talk about all the fun Disney stuff you could look for on here. Jack Rabbit Run, Whispering. So there's Whispering Canyon again, and the Ranger Station. Whispering Canyon, of course, the restaurant, Mount Olympus National Park. Artist Point, another restaurant. TM Railroad would be Thunder Mountain. Thunder Mountain Railroad. The Ranger Station repeats up there. An old Sequoia. What else? We got Giant Red Tree National Forest. Some of these will just be real places. Big Basin National Park. This isn't a real place. It's Grizzly. I mean, I guess it's real at DCA, Disney California Adventure. Grizzly Peak. Grizzly Peak made it. Bobcat Bend National Park shares its name with a section of Fort Wilderness. There's Bobcat Bend. It's a section you can stay in. There are a lot of ranger stations. Brownstone National Park. There's the old reliable geyser, which of course goes off every day here at the lodge. Beezy Bear National Forest. The D-Duck Honey Farm. I don't know if that's Donald or Daisy's. They're both D-Duck. There's Copper Creek. Again, the name of the other DVC units, and as well Lake Elias. You guys already know what that is because I told you. And we've got our good friend, the very cute bear from the Wilderness Lodge logo. He's repeating at the bottom of this. There is not a second balcony coming off of this room. We've just got a big old window here. Give this a turn, a room phone, a lamp, and some storage space down there. It's actually pretty big. What I like is this feels like almost like a rail track and this nice metal handle. The headboard is fun too. I feel like I've seen one of these at another hotel. They all start to blend eventually. I don't know if it was Saratoga that had one with straps. Maybe it's just brown back here like this. But reading lights, nice headboard, and a very cute pillow. Chip and Dale running around the mountainside. Someone different on the other side. Nope, just still Chip and Dale. But adds a nice splash of color. And I think with that, that's the room. I think we did it. Make sure we didn't miss anything. There's lots more storage space on this side, actually. Two nice big drawers. It's interesting that they put the Bible. I guess there's no drawer on that side, just a big boxy space. So again, that makes sense. There are two standard outlets up here and two more of them over on that side. So all in all, like I said coming into this, I don't think they could make it worse. They certainly didn't. I would dare say it's a vast improvement. I would dare say this is considerably better. I love this building. You have the train room downstairs, which is a great place if you want to work or, take the kids down there and play a board game, or without kids want to play a board game for that matter. It's a really great hangout space, the train room downstairs. And of course you're near the, one of my favorite quiet pool at Walt Disney World is just outside this building. Sturdy Branches, the fitness center's downstairs in this building. So there's a lot of reasons to like Boulder Ridge. You're a little more secluded from the thoroughfare, the main thoroughfare of the lobby and all of that. Between this and Copper, it's a pretty negligible difference. They're very similar in a lot of ways, and but I think they're fun and interesting spaces. And I could go on and on for hours about all the reasons you should stay at Wilderness Lodge, one of the best Disney hotels that has ever been built. So this is, I'm very happy to say a really positive room remodel, and Boulder Ridge continues to be a place I would recommend. So, you know, come stay here.